Меѓу другото што се случи летово е една извонредна презентација. Додека вие бевте на плажите, уживавте, ние работевме и тоа во Минхен. Дојдовме да ги видиме новата генерација на MINI Cooper и неговиот близнак во теренско издание Countryman. Со нив Мини покажува дека е подготвен за новото време. Ги представи првично електричните верзии. Секоја од нив ќе има по 2 сили на моторот, 184 и посилната со 218 коњски сили. Се разбира и со различни батерии. Но Мини не би бил Мини доколку би го заборавил своето минато, кој е исполнето и со спортска традиција, но пред се со мотори со внатрешно согорување. Кога ќе дојде на пазарот и MINI Cooper и MINI Countryman ќе имаат два бензински мотори со внатрешно согорување, се разбира, и турбополначи, но и, верували или не, ќе има и една турбодизел варијанта. Што друго новите модели на Мини донесуваат со себе? Мини нуди многу опции за својот Купер и Countryman, но за да го разбереме подобро, го поканевме господинот Тома Sycha, кој е одговорен за екстериерните дизајни во Мини. Добро дојдовте во автомагазин и првото прашање е кои се најголемите предизвици кога редизајнирате еден ваков иконски модел?
Well, I have to answer you in English, but I understood the question.
Yes, thank you.
You know, the biggest challenge is probably to provide the character. We've done everything new, but we think the icon, the Mini icon, the Cooper, has to stay recognizable every time. So it was fun, but it's also responsibility. And of course, it is easier to do the icon because we had the new philosophy to reduce the details. We said we have to come back to what the original Mini was, not overload and not too much. Fewer better things was the idea. So we've reduced the elements until we kept what was necessary to see a Mini.
And what was the biggest challenge in Countryman?
It's a different story, very different story, because the successor, it grew much better. As the long one didn't grow any centimeters, it's exactly same length. This is almost 14 centimeters longer, 6 centimeters higher. We have much more interior space, and we said this car will be the first Mini which is a proper family car in the whole Mini family. And we said, okay, for that we need a different character, more mature, more stable, more presence on the road, but still recognizable in the Mini. And this is how we started the whole story. But the major, we call it charismatic simplicity. The idea was the same. We reduced the amount of details. The scuttle on the side went away. We connected it to the roof. We have reduced chrome elements, reduced the amount of this. We still have very, very visible Mini grille and 2 single elements, but you see the lights are different. They are square now because the whole car is boxier and squarier.
Did you have big challenges in the design because you're using a platform of
X1?
X1,
basically the same platform.
Yeah, technically twins, but
we're working to make it shorter. It's a 70 or 80 millimeters shorter than the X1. But with the same interior space. And of course it was a challenge to make the car bigger without losing the compactness, but we think we've succeeded pretty well. It looks sporty, it looks compact, it gives you much more space and still drives like a Mini. And you see a Mini in the first glance. You have the floating roof, you have the grille in the front, vertical lights in the rear, same digital signatures like the small car, so they are cousins.
And the last question, how many prizes in design Mini will win next year?
Good question. I tell you next year then.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time.
Yes, you're welcome.
Ова беше господинот Тома Sycha, кој е одговорен за надворешниот дизајн. А ние одиме понатаму со автомагазин.